Welcome everyone, this is Weems from Grow Up and Game, and this is my kingdom. We are playing the Satisfactory Early Access, and a lot's happened since I set up my perch on top of the world here. The game looks pretty different from up here, doesn't it? I mean, there's just so much space that I haven't explored yet. And you know what, this episode, I want to fix that. But before we do, I want to show you a few changes I've made around the hub. If we look over here, for reference, this is where we set up the oil field's last level. You can kind of see the path along here, and then there's the hub base. But how do we get up here? Pretty high up, right? Well, not anymore. We have a wonderful new piece of technology. The Jetpack. Finally, the surly bonds of gravity will restrict me no longer. I can jump down, press the spacebar, and land with safety. Well, relative safety. There's a bunch of poisonous plants up here on this perch, so I'm going to actually hop down real quick. Oh, and that is my truck flipped over. Ow. Okay, maybe not land that safely. Okay, so you hit E and it flips it back over for you. That's good to know. All right, before this thing runs me over, I'm going to let it try and sort itself out over there. Not sure what happened there, but that's okay. But let's go over here real quick. So there's a neat little trick you can do with the jetpack if you want to cover large distances very quickly. Now, this isn't that large of a distance, but I think it's worth at least, showing it off. All you do is you drop a little conveyor pole, pick your belt of choice, let's say a Mark IV, and you hop on and and jump, basically. Let's try this. Oh, look at that! And I'm just kind of pulsing the jetpack here with the space bar, and I can cover quite a bit of distance before, needing to set down. Look at that, easy peasy. And so really traveling great distances in this world is not that hard, especially if you set up a little network of those guys. As you see, it didn't take very many belts to actually jetpack around. But more importantly than jetpacking, I want to show you automation and the changes that I've made. As you can see, kind of close to where that oil refinery, or where the oil drop-off over there is, I built a whole nother set of factories, and a pretty big one at that. But if you compare it to the factories I have in the basement over there, it looks pretty different. It looks a lot more, dare I say, organized. That's because I learned a few tips and tricks that kind of made me rethink how I approach setting up factories. Before, I was looking to set up a sea of splitters to wind everything together and pump everything out at perfect ratios, when really the way that splitters and mergers work kind of do a lot of that work for you. So if we look over here, rather than, me trying to create a giant tree of splitters that feed into all these smelters, I just have a row of them. And you might be asking, how does this work? Well, the answer is pretty simple. These splitters actually have a little bit of smarts to them. They don't just move things at a fixed rate out of each side. They do if there's enough, room on both sides to kick out the materials. But what happens is if there's ever a belt here or an output that kind of gets overloaded, like this one is right now, it frees up this one it basically spits the remaining resources out this one. So when creating a system like this, what happens over time is when you put up a chain like this, as these get backed up, the output keeps going further down the chain. So over time, the system balances, essentially. Meaning you don't need to use a ton of space to have basically perfectly efficient output. It'll handle it itself if you just have the splitters kind of set up this way. And yeah, so you can look over here, and everything is kind of going along. And actually, we have a whole nother system of it down here as well. We have the ore going into a whole bunch of smelters. And then we have a lower level and an upper level, spitting out various products that are used later downstream. And there's one other thing I did that's kind of cool that I want to show off right now. But first, let's see if we can get around a little more quickly here. There we go here. There we go. Wanted to pick up a little speed before heading on over here. Now if we go look over here, you'll see that there's all of this ore coming out of this miner. Now right now it's kind of a little bit log jammed. That means that we could probably make more smelters. No, that doesn't mean probably. We could definitely make more smelters. And I might, but I don't need to right now. And if we look at this, you'll see there's a little something going on down here. It says clock speed 200%. That's because, you know those little slugs we've been finding everywhere? You can grind them down for parts, basically, and the part you make is a power shard. And by sticking these power shards in the machine, you can overclock them. And before you ask, yes, you can remove them, no problem. And this clock speed should drop to 150 here. We're going to put this back up to 200%. So yeah, you can. They're basically permanent upgrades for all of your factories. You don't need to hoard them. You don't need to worry about them. If you've got a place to put them that's useful, oftentimes I think the miners would probably be your best choice. Then just put them there. Don't worry about it. But let's go take a quick ride back to. Oh, falling off there. Look at that. Look how helpful the jetpack is. Unsurprisingly. Let's go take a look at our new factory chain over here. So if we go over this way, this looks like a pretty standard iron chain. Nothing too crazy happening here. You know, we're kicking out lots of screws and other things, and then we eventually get to a number of assemblers here. So if we look here, these are all making reinforced iron plates, hopefully at good efficiency, 58. So there's definitely things to clean up here. It looks like the shortage is actually screws. And I think there's ways to fix that, but that's not the focus of the episode right now. But basically, this is creating a whole bunch of those iron plates, which are then going into here to create modular frames. And eventually, those modular frames, along with other resources, piped back from the original base, are going into this manufacturer to create heavy modular frames. So what we have here is essentially the highest tier of regular manufacturing you can do, the first item of it. And I've been collecting them here. Over time, this will fill up, and I'll pretty much have enough for whatever project I can think of, barring some truly massive ones. But that's not the only manufacturer I finished here. Let's go hitch a ride down here. A little bit less involved is that manufacturer over there. You know, we've got circuit boards being generated. And this is leveraging all of these oil refineries up here that we set up that are pumping out oil from our flipped over truck over there. That was having some problems. Hopefully it's doing a little better. We might have to check on it a little bit. But it's going, pumping out oil. I've got some fuel over here because I haven't found a huge use for rubber. So I had those running rubber for a little bit and then switched them over to fuel because I think fuel will be more useful in the long run. And then other than that, this thing is making plastic, and lots of it. And right now it's making more plastic than is being consumed, so I'm not worried about reconfiguring this at all. I can if I need to. And I might, you know, as I figure out where these other bottlenecks are coming from. But this, along with some screws from that newest assembly over there, so this is probably part of the reason that I'm having a screw shortage over there, is I decided to utilize screws for this manufacturer over here. Again, I think this is a problem that can be solved. I just need to go look at kind of the downstream area and see, or rather the upstream area, the upstream belts and manufacturers and constructors, and see if there's ways I can improve it. And it might just involve overclocking if I don't want to expand the footprint. There's a couple different ways to slice this. But look over here. We've got the circuit boards forming up. We've got some cable running in. You can see this giant kind of highway of resources over here. It's going over here, getting sent around, being split around. It's being shared by a couple different things over there. But most importantly, the output here is computers. We needed all of that to make 2.25 computers per minute. And that whole iron assembly, that kicks out, I think, 2 heavy modular frames per minute. So it's a lot of work for not a lot of yield, but I'll tell you what, now that I got it set up, it beats the heck out of hitting that craft button over and over again. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. It took a long time. I learned a lot over the course of the process, but it's done. It runs. I'm going to have a growing amount of computers and heavy modular frames, so anything the game throws at me in the future, I will at least have a head start on it. If we go back over here, the hub's right here. We can hoof it old school for just a second. We're gonna go over to this place. The hub. As you can see, I took the liberty of setting up the GasMask upgrade. 50 heavy modular frames, 50 motors, and 50 computers. And we're gonna press the button.
Gas masks and filter parts will ensure increased odds of survival in gas-based hazardous environments. Fixit Incorporated would like to extend the friendly advice to not forget to change filters regularly.
So now we should be able to survive in hazardous environments once we make the gas mask. As you can see, I need a few more resources, some fabric. Fortunately, I have, what do we got here? Some fabric. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's make ourselves a gas mask. I'm under the impression that this goes over the body slot. Let's see here. Sure enough, it does. Ooh, but I have no filters, so this thing ain't really helping me very much. Well, let's see what it takes to make a filter. We need, coal, rubber, and fabric. Let's make like 10 of these guys. So I'm kind of want to try this thing out. How about we go back to our perch on top of the world there, or at least close to it, and see if we can find some gaseous creatures to test this out on. Let's go do that. So we're going to go and take our conveyor belt superhighway over here and do just that. Pop up over here. Those are only Mark III belts, so I actually probably could move quite a bit faster if I so desired. However, this seems to be doing an okay job of getting me where I want to go. I say that as I'm about to run out of juice here. Alright, we're good. Oh, would you look at this? A drop pod. How did I ever know that was here? Oh, I set up a beacon. We'll come back to that in a second, though. Let's get on top of a perch here and see if we can find ourselves a little gassy section here to test this guy out on. Here. Let's set up a slingshot this way. That seems like a good idea, right? We're gonna go this way. There we go. Let's find some gas pods. There. That looks dangerous. Let's go pop on the gas mask and see what happens. Uh-oh. And come on. Do it. There we go. You see the gas mask immediately kicked in, and it actually drains pretty quickly. So you can't spend a ton of time in that area. Well, I guess you could if you had a lot more filters, but I don't have those. So I'm going to keep the filters I have on hand for the time being, but that's basically how it works. If you find yourselves in a bit of a gassy situation, you just pop on your filter and call it a day. Rather pop on your gas mask. All right, now, I don't know where I am. I'm a little lost. Oh, there's a space elevator. We're good. I mean, and at this point, honestly, we're kind of running out of things to do here. We have basically built everything. Fortunately, this game is not just about manufacturing. There's also an exploration element. So I went and tagged a couple sites around the area. I say we go check them out. Starting with this guy. We need 25 megawatts of energy. Let's see, could we fit a generator over here? Let's take a look. Let's go power. Fuel generator, I don't have the parts for it. I do have the parts for biomass burners, though. We only need 2 of them. So let's go set those up. We know the drill. Oh, that's not at all what I wanted to do. Silly game. Not that there. That there. Let's get some biomass in here. We got some of it on hand here. Right click it to split the stack. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. Could even just grab some leaves. We really don't even need to use the fuel. Let's go put the power line here. That should be enough. What do we got? Hello. That is another hard drive. Let's take it out. Tear this down. And move on. Now I noticed that I believe this one had a different power requirement. Ooh, what is this? Oh! Oh, go! Go! Alright. Look at that! Wow, that was... I didn't plan that, I swear to God. Now, I know I have this hard drive, but I kind of want to see where this guy's gonna take me. Let's, change of plans. Goodbye, the world I once knew. I am on a voyage out into space. Can I even hurt this guy? I kind of want to swing at him, but I don't know what'll happen. Looks like we got something over there. What is that? That's interesting. We are officially a long way from home. So I was going to go show you the hub and kind of, you know, what upgrades we don't have to do, but this is way more interesting. And my goal, oh god, don't fall through the stingray. Oh, stay on the stingray. Oh god, no! No, stingray! No, stingray. Oh, this is a disaster. All right, well, let's park ourselves here real quick and let's assess the situation. I want to follow this guy. That's what I'm gonna do. And I know how I'm gonna do it. We're not letting him get away. Nope, that's the wrong way. Come on, buddy. I'm coming for you. All right, we need to get some elevation here. So I think we're back in the grasslands, actually. Oh, God. Let's get up here. Yep, he's a little too high up for me right now. That's okay, though. Lesson learned, keep the chainsaw on hand when flying that thing. Might have been able to get away with that one. It's okay, though. Oh, what's that up there? Want to go find out? Let's go find out. Set up another pole here. Let's rocket away. Okay. Fortunately, it looks like lateral motion isn't subject to, you know, fall damage the way you'd think it would be. Yeah, this isn't too bad of a climb. Let's get up here. Up, 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 up. Oh, we're not quite there yet, are we? There we go. What is this? Somersloop WIP. I'm assuming that means work in progress, but let's go gather some Somersloop. We'll hold on to this for whenever it stops being a WIP. Look at that. we're back here. Should we go home or keep exploring? Let's keep exploring. So we got a desert over there. Over there. So actually, I think this is my coal. So in a previous episode, I actually set up a kind of... Here, we'll stay high up here. I set up a coal route. Let's go take a look at that real fast. Oh, we got another drop pod here. Let's not take a look at that real fast. Let's take a look at this drop pod. We're going to just gather hard drives at this point. Oh, crap. What was that? Oh, hi, guy. I gotta say, it does feel a bit like cheating being able to jetpack and fight these guys, because they don't really seem to have much of an answer to it. If you can just kind of control your height, things tend to go pretty well. Let's grab that. Let's look at the drop pod. Oh, operational. So this one didn't even need power. And it looks like hard drives are kind of the loot of choice, and they appear to stack as well, which honestly is pretty convenient. I was a little worried I might have to kind of manage that, but it doesn't look like that's the case. There's some resources kind of scattered around here. So early on, that might be a little helpful if you get some easy manufacturing up. But let's kind of keep moving down the path here. So I'm just going to keep indiscriminately laying down conveyor belts here. My goal is to keep things moving quickly. So I believe this is where I set it up. And actually, is that my tractor over there? Sure is. So he's running coal up from this away base over here. Let's get all the way over here. There we go. And this thing's been running, as you can see, it's backed up because it's producing coal way faster than we can ship it. So that guy's a candidate for getting some trucking set up. Look at this. What is this area? So is this like edge of the world type? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's just another area. How about we go back up to the base, set up another slingshot, and see what's across this lake. As you can see, this world is massive. And I've just been in my own little corner of it, and there's just resources abound all over the place. Not really looking for them at the moment, but I'm sure there's just so many places you can build that are probably, more effective than the place that I chose. And I'm pretty happy with the place I chose. Oh my goodness, look at this. We're in a desert here, it looks like. What's this? Oh, we got a resource node here. Copper ore. Oil over there, it looks like. Space elevator is a long way away. Let's see if we can climb to the top of that rock and see what's going on up there. What am I doing on belts here? I think I'm doing okay. And while we're going here, keeping my eye out for slugs. I've probably already blown past a few of them, but that's okay. What do we got over here? Oh, we got gas. Fortunately, we have a solution to that, if we're so inclined. But at the moment, I'm perfectly happy just kind of not avoiding it, apparently. Let's go this way. Let's see if we can do a quick climb here. So yeah, you don't really have much vertical speed with the jetpack, but you can pretty reliably get up pretty high. Unless there's poisonous gas in the way, in which case I get turned around very quickly. Now, looks like that's the route up, though. How do we want to handle this? Now, I've tried to do kind of like a ramp launch with it, and I don't think trajectory is preserved really vertically as much. Oh god, this is starting to hurt really bad. Alright, we're up. You can see the game's kind of struggling a little bit to keep up with this from a loading standpoint. Let's eat some berries here. We're taking a little bit of damage here. It's okay, though. Sword, where's my jetpack? Not very good. Oh, I have my jetpack on. I need my weapon. Those are beacons. That's my smasher. Let's go this way. As you can see, if you're quick about this, beats the heck out of running. That looks like more gas over there. That looks like another whip. Somersloop. Somersloop. Yeah, we'll gather a few of these. See if they do anything for us. Oh! Hi. Who invited you? Hey. Yep. Yeah, they really don't have much of an answer to that. So I'm wondering how common or uncommon this Somersloop is. I've only seen a few of them. Let's get up here. How are we doing on fuel? So the Jetpack, probably should have explained this earlier, runs on fuel. We got 138. We're good. It burns it pretty slowly, so unless you are going absolutely Jetpack happy, you should be fine. Look at that. The biomes in this game are so interesting. Let's grab... Oh, not enough space for barrel nuts. Let's see if we can clear some space real fast. I got plenty of coal. Probably don't need that. Don't need one cable. There we go. It's a little better. Let's see if I just want to let these guys, you know, live and let live with these guys. Not really interested in picking a fight at the moment. Let's see what we got over here. More gas. Oh, looks like that's a slug. Let's see if we can sneak in here and grab it. These guys take a hot minute to grab it. It looks like I haven't ticked off the plant over there, which is good. Who's you gonna fight me? Pet the oh yeah, oh I just wanna pet you! Lizard doggo! Oh, pet. No! Oh, lizard doggo! Hi. Oh, hold on. Have a berry. Can you have a berry? Berry? Can I drop a berry? Lizard doggo? Hey, oh, hi. Let's, I don't care. Throw all the berries on the ground. Doggo? Doggo, eat the berry. What's happening? Okay. Well, Lizard Doggo doesn't love me, but that's okay. And I think I lost him. We'll let him go. I do love that they actually called it Lizard Doggo. That is pretty fantastic. I tried petting him. He didn't want to be pet. You know, I'm not gonna force unwanted pets on him. That's just not the type of person I am. Yeah, over here. Oh. Yeah, I've kind of abandoned climbing that for the time being. Lost interest. I want to see what's over at the edge. I want to go to the edge of the world. Is really what I want to do. Hopefully these guys will leave me alone for long enough for me to do so. I appear to have lost my weapon. No, well, I didn't lose it, I guess. I just unequipped it and never re-equipped. Ooh! Just kidding. We're gonna go full. Hit it. Stuck the landing. Oh, God. Oh, did not stick the land. Ow. Okay, we're gonna need to, quickly equip my weapon. Got him. These things are little pricks, aren't they? Ugh, what? Still a few more. They'll get you. Ooh, what's this? Alien carapace. Oh, okay. Motors, already got those. Alien carapace. I think it's kind of a universal alien kill. 30 megawatts. Alright, I can do that. Quickly setting this up. Set up our power pole. Oop. Let's see if we can sneak in here and kill. Alright, I can do that. Quickly setting this up. Set up our power pole. 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 Set Split the stack. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. Power this guy up. Open the door. I'm guessing it's another hard drive. And it is. Alright, fantastic. Now, if I was smart, I would probably mark these as, say, discovered or something like that. But that's way too much foresight. But speaking of foresight, let's eat some berries. As you can see, it doesn't take very long for things to go south a little bit here. Set up a belt. Let's get over here. Maybe not the best spot for a belt, but... Are we almost there? We appear to be approaching kind of the edge of the world here. Edge of something. What happens if we try and go this way? So I haven't died in this game yet. Shockingly. Come close several times, but haven't died. This might be where we change that. Let's go. This is, it's not stopping me. So is this incomplete map, or is this legitimate map? Not a whole lot going on over here, but it's letting me go. So let's keep going. I think we're about to hit the edge of the world. A lot of space here. So if there were resources, this wouldn't be too bad of a spot to, build a mega factory or something of some sort. Let's climb up this. Ooh. What is this? Oh. This is looking kind of like an edge of the world. Oh boy. This is very bad. This is very, 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 very bad. I flew too close to the sun, and now I'm falling to my doom. Yep. Goodbye, cruel world. Well, that was cool. Oh, what is this? Any liability fees? Well, rip all of the hard drives and stuff. Actually, I don't want to do that. We're going to do a hitherto unprecedented move and hit load on my autosave and see where that deposits us. Yeah, if I didn't have the hard drives in the slug, mostly the hard drives, I wouldn't be super concerned about that, but I kind of want to hold on to those. I'm just being honest with you. Well, oh, that is yeah, we're gonna have to go back a few more minutes. It looks like. Oh, where does this start me? Oh, here, with my stuff, all my stuff. Oh, I guess I didn't have to load after all. Super. And I'm back. Huh. Okay, well, let's not do that again. Instead, let's tear down these biomass burners and let's go home. It's been a good trip to the edge of the world and beyond, literally. But, I'm getting a little homesick. This is a big step for me. Leaving the nest. And I kind of just want to get back to what I know. Fortunately, you can see the space elevator all the way from here. You also do have the compass. You can see that house symbol on the top of the screen there, but I do like that there's the visual representation, just kind of wherever you look, of that giant needle sticking into the sky. Very pixelated needle at this point, but a needle nonetheless. So once we get to a little bit better of a perch here, we'll start launching our way back. This is looking pretty decent. Let's set it up. You don't need a ton of height for this process to work. Now let's cruise. Oh, getting a little lag here. Look at that tree. That thing is friggin' weird. Alright, that's gonna be an aggressive place over there. I see those little pods there. I don't want to mess with them. Set up the next belt. And go. Got that resource node there. Got copper node. And just keep on keeping on. Alright, we are almost back to our little forward base over there in the grasslands. Alright, we are making good progress here. I could just like grab the car. That would probably be fast enough, you know, because I can always just turn the autopilot back on and I think it'll just kind of find where it's supposed to go. If I see the car here, I might actually make good on that idea. For the time being, we're gonna just do a little hoofing it. Let's see if we can get a little baby belt here. Oh yeah, that'll do just fine. There we go, slamming my space bar, trying to make sure I don't miss the ride. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. Always make sure you save a little fuel for the end. Is that limestone? Yeah. What's up? Oh, that's just the arrows. Getting all excited over nothing. Now, I'm kind of sad that this way of travel is just going to result in me leaving just tiny belts littered all over the landscape. But as you can see, it's just like, it's too friggin' effective to not do it, you know? What's up here? Let's see if we can get on top of that, ooh. Let's see if we can get stuck in a tree. Let's climb, 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 climb. There we go. This actually ought to be good enough. Well, let's run along this for a second, see what we're looking at. Yeah, we'll finish our trek here in style. A little vertical launch. Yeah, it doesn't seem to translate that motion upwards. It's possible that does and I'm just doing it wrong, but as far as I can tell, it's not. Oh, hello! Mercer Sphere, work in progress. I do appreciate that the game gives you a reason to climb these. Well, will eventually give you a reason to climb these. At the moment, the whip doesn't do anything to my knowledge. Oop. That there. And here we go. In a few minutes' time, we're all the way back home. The forest does seem to be pretty centrally located, which I appreciate. That makes it a pretty nice area to kind of just do your business. It's never too long of a trip to get home. Well, while we're back, let's go check out the MAM here. Oh, analysis of fabric is complete.
This fabric is suitable for the creation of parachutes. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 2.
Well, that's kind of a little bit dated at this point. But hey, okay, analyzing this will do nothing. These hard drives, however, where'd I put them? Hard drives. I am blind, I'm aware. These two. Only two? Did I lose one? Nah. Whatever. Hard drive. Begin analysis. So it's going to take 10 minutes to analyze. We're not We're going to close this episode out before that happens, but for now, let's go put some stuff away here. Sort. Yeah, I swear I had a third hard drive. That's fine. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Oh, I wonder if when I died, it loaded me back up and put the hard drive back. No, I thought I looked in that. Data loss. It's a fact of life and what I do. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't notice that it puts it in there and does a little scan down. Well, I'm seeing here, this guy, caterium ore. You know, we haven't really touched on caterium yet. We did find some earlier. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to go find it again. Is this my... Where's my coal? I don't think this is the direction I want to go. I don't remember where my coal input is, which I do believe is... Oh, it's down here, actually, I think. So maybe this is where I want to go. So we're going to do a little bit of a modified slingshot here. We're going to turn this around. We're going to ride this. We're going to cut an angle here. The caterium, if I remember correctly, isn't too far away. Let's get on top of this perch here. Grab a paleberry on the way. Or two. Don't mind if I do. Let's munch these guys down. And I believe I can find it over here. Let's set up another slingshot. Heck of a slingshot. Yeah, because it's through here. I don't know if I slingshot that one right. I remember it being in this direction. Kind of by where that first coal site is. Or am I wrong? Very possible I'm wrong. Ah, I think it's over here. Yeah, let's get a little more height. And if memory serves me correctly, which I think it is, caterium, normal deposit. And an iron, pure deposit. We're going to just take a little sample here. There's no lofty construction goals. Because the next step will be put it into the MAM and see what it's going to do for us. But for now, I think that's going to do it. As I'm choking to death on the gaseous, well, everything over there. Oh man, this actually, I didn't realize how close my factory was. Put this guy there. Let's take one last hop. Hopefully not to my doom, because I need a little bit more height to get up here. We can just smash that. There we go. And there, and that does it. We're back home. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please remember to like and subscribe the video if you liked it and would like to subscribe to future content. If you did not like the video, then I will put one of my favorite cocktail recipes in the description below. It's I'm a big rye whiskey guy, so we're gonna put together. It's just a nice, well, you know, I don't want to say perfect Manhattan, because a perfect Manhattan's a thing. It's kind of a predefined cocktail, but what I think is a truly magnificent Manhattan. I will put that into the description below if you did not like the video, or if you did and you just want also a Manhattan recipe, it will be there as well. But seriously, thank you for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, year, and life. This is Weems, signing off.